Did The Simpsons really predict the future, or were they simply paying closer attention to the world than everyone else? At first glance, it almost feels uncanny, but there's more to the story. Since 1989, The Simpsons has released hundreds of episodes packed with satire about politics, technology, and everyday life. Over time, some of these jokes started to feel less like comedy and more like predictions. You've probably seen the most famous examples: Donald Trump becoming president, smartwatch-style devices, even video calling, years before they became part of daily life. Moments like these made people wonder, how did a cartoon get so much right? But here's what most people miss. The writers weren't guessing. They were extremely well informed. Many had backgrounds in math, science, and history, and they closely followed emerging trends, news, and cultural shifts shaping the future. Take Donald Trump, for example. Long before becoming president, he was already a major public figure who had openly talked about running. So the idea wasn't random, it was already part of the cultural conversation. The same applies to technology. Concepts like smartwatches and video calls already existed in early forms. The show simply pushed those ideas further, imagining what they might look like in everyday life. In fact, many so-called Simpsons predictions were inspired by early prototypes, science fiction concepts, and real industry discussions happening at the time. The show didn't invent the future. It built on ideas that were already in motion, and when you consider over 30 years of episodes and thousands of jokes, it becomes much more likely that some moments will naturally align with real-world events. It's less about prediction and more about probability. On top of that, not everything you see online is accurate. Some clips are edited, misinterpreted, or taken out of context, making these predictions seem even more precise than they really are. So no, The Simpsons doesn't predict the future. It simply understands the present better than most, and sometimes that's all it takes.
Platinum Education, transforming lives since 2018.